Bitcoin, blockchain. All right, I see a lot of people talking about, technical analysis, applying it to Bitcoin, the charts, and short-term and mid-term and long-term, but you cannot apply, especially in this kind of still unsaturated, volatile, and pretty non-liquid market. I mean, the market, if you look at the market cap, by the way, welcome to Total Crypto, Total Bitcoin, Total Blockchain, and Total Freedom. Welcome to the Total Connector. My name is Keyvan Davani, and now look at this. Let me show you the market capitalization of the total crypto space. That is at the moment, it's like a drop in a hot stone. It's like approximately 230, let's say $240 billion. It's nothing. And the BTC, Bitcoin dominance is right now, which is actually in the last, if you compare it to the last, let's say recent times or whatever, last few weeks, months, or even couple of years, it has risen. So the Bitcoin dominance in the crypto space is 52.9%. That's approximately 53%. And so people, and right now, as of today is September 4, 2018, we got Bitcoin at $7,366, fluctuating up and down. Of course it's fluctuating, and you cannot apply technical analysis in it. Now, you wish to, oh, here you go, I'm sorry about that. You wish to, to have like the hardest and most valuable, beyond our imagination, the most valuable, the hardest money and store of value ever imagined and comprehended in mankind's or in human history, it's Bitcoin. So before you even think of buying even 100 millionth of a Bitcoin, which is one Satoshi, yeah, I don't have to do a disclaimer because, this is not financial advice. This is like an intelligence advice. This is a secret intelligence advice I'm giving you. Of course, for free, because it's my ethos. I'm giving for free because I want all to blossom, all to flourish, all humanity, to really thrive in this new civilization of immense, unimaginable possibilities, opportunities, and freedom. And realms of freedom. Now, before you, this is why, I don't have to agree or to be friends with all kinds of, all kinds of intellectual academics full of vanities and attitudes. But still, read this book, the Bitcoin Standard, and by Safedan Amous. There's a lot of interviews also on YouTube and other channels on Twitter. And, dive into it. You got to understand, you really got to comprehend the understanding about the history, about the root causes of this really beyond criminality dominating money system and central banking system that we have, of course, intertwined with all the governments and everything else. We don't have to discuss who controls whom. We know it actually, but it's really important that we begin individually and collectively together understand the root causes and what is really possible with Bitcoin. And when you hear people saying, even highly intelligent people, oh, no, we don't like Bitcoin, but blockchain is good, that's good. They don't understand. The moment you hear somebody say that, yes to Bitcoin, or whatever, no to Bitcoin, yes to blockchain, then already they have not comprehended the essence, the structure, the operation, the real purpose, the unique characteristic and attributes of Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the core, the rooted blockchain. It's the one and only decentralized, truly decentralized, tamper-proof, immutable, censorship-resistant, network-centric, concentrated, proof-of-work validating system. I mean, you know, I could just, you know, go on and go on like that, but it really is important that you take some time and really go into the at least, you know, get yourself those books by Andreas Antonopoulos, you know, the guru on Bitcoin and mastering Bitcoin. And the other ones are Internet of Money, Volume 1 and 2, where all his speeches and everything else is summarized and you know, written together. And this is also very good. A little bit, this is, you know, much more as technical. This is really more for technical people, but really awesome layman's explanation. So now, if you don't want to wait for institutional money and all these, you know, exchange-traded funds, which we really just a few people understand what it's about, the exchange rate fund, but the exchange rate fund have the purpose eventually for the total crypto space that the, you know, the equity, the mainstream institutional equity money starts pouring in, you know, like gates, you know, being flooded, you know, with money, with trillions. I'm talking about trillions. So before we wait for anybody, why don't we, you know, focus and concentrate on educating not only yourself, you know, but also educating other people. This is our purpose. You need to educate other people, even if you just, you know, once people understand the real potential, the real, I mean, unimaginable potential of Bitcoin, the hardest and really most valuable store of value. Because why? Why is it so hard? So the hard is even beyond gold and any other commodity or natural resource that you can think of. Because any other natural resource, even gold, is relatively scarce. But Bitcoin, with its absolutely limited and scarce coins of 21 million, finito, that's it. That's the maximum number of coins that can be mined mathematically precisely to be forecasted. Even you can calculate now by now that which, you know, when is the last Bitcoin gonna be mined, and that is, you know, pretty much, you know, in 2140. And by that time, the more time goes by, and the more whatever, the more, you know, the more hashing, the more the more energy goes into it, the more, you know, the more time goes by, it becomes more and more difficult. There's difficulty adjustment. So the resistance becomes, you know, tighter and harder and harder. So it means there cannot be any, eventually no more, you know, there's, you know, inflation gotta be, you know, it's gonna be like a word that people not gonna know in the future, in the pretty much near future. Because because this is why you need to understand this totally sick economics that we have. It's based on Keynesism and not on Austrian economics. And Bitcoin actually exceeds and supersedes the expectations of these marvelous Austrian economies. You know, which is exactly the opposite of Keynes, because Keynes, you know, was all about spending and, you know, and inflation and you know, in interest rates, manipulation of interest rates, and you gotta spend and spend and spend and spend, you know. So eventually there can never be, you know, money which is saved, so it goes on into the, like, the, you know, into the you know, investment action of the further future. So I don't want to, you know, blah blah you too much right now, but it's really important. Let's not wait for other people. Let's not wait for the big, you know, institutional money flowing in. No, we can do it collectively. If even each of one of us on this planet, let's just say, even if it's just 1 billion people who have pretty much, you know, privileged access to banking structures, transactional systems and stuff like that. Let's just say 1 billion people, all of us, let's say 1 billion people, well, approximately 8 billion people or 7.5 billion people. If, let's say, 500 million people, all right, but, you know, whatever, if each one of us, you know, buys and first of all understands what Bitcoin is about, the true transformational, not only disruptive, it is beyond disruption. It can really smooth out not only everything, it can create a totally new economical reality, a totally new ecosystem for all of us as the fundamental underlying principal store of value, because it's absolutely limited and scarce with 21 million. and it has a difficulty adjustment. So the resistance becomes bigger and bigger and stronger, and that's why it becomes harder. And what happens then? The price of Bitcoin, you know, in the near or long, it doesn't matter, will eventually rise and appreciate and appreciate. And you can divide it, because Bitcoin is divisible. You can divide it into 100 millionth of Satoshis. It's beautiful. So it's divisible, but you cannot print more money or, you know, generate. We already have digital money. A lot of people think, oh, this is digital money. We don't. No, people don't understand. We already have for like decades we have digital money. The fiat money is already digital. Yeah, the cash we carry on, that's not digital. Yeah, but you know, why do we put our trust and our faith and our, you know, whatever, our hopes into a piece of paper that has no backing? It hasn't even, the only thing that could, and that is only a could probably be a sort of a competition, and not even then a total competition to Bitcoin, is if gold was totally reinstalled, like in the end of the 19th and beginning of 20th century. You know, when everything was like, you know, taking off the gold, and then with the Nixon shock in the 70s, like, you know, totally decoupled from the gold. So you got nothing. You got no backing. It just, you know, a legal, you know, lawful thing to pay with. That's all. But it doesn't have any value. That's why we, the modern slaves, we have to pay in the form of inflation and hype inflation and hype inflation. That's why people have no savings. They got a lot of debts and credits going on and what have you. And they got to, you know, pay back this, pay back that, with more and more interest rates, more and more inflation, and more, you know, it's just criminal. The total system is rigged and criminal, manipulated, and not even, you know, comprehended by the most intelligent people in the, you know, probably not even the economical lawmaking process. Anyway, read the book, please, by Safedin Ammous. You know, very factual, very, you know, very hardcore, to the roots. It's all about facts. It's really excellently investigated, put together. And, you know, the core thing, of course, is, let's say from the economical perspective, the Austrian economics, because that's the only thing that makes sense. And Bitcoin is the only decentralized alternative, the only hardest and most valuable store of value. Everything else, the payment transaction, you know, using it, accepting it, these are all gonna, you know, are evolving and have been evolving as a, you know, second, third layer Lightning Network and scalability issue. Forget all that. For now, this is about a store of value. And you can still transact, of course you can, but you buy it, you hold on to it. My treasure, you know, like you know, Lord of the Rings is like my treasure. Mein Schatz, they say in German, right? So hold on to it. Don't go into this technical analysis, because you cannot apply technical analysis to, of course it's volatile. Of course there's price manipulation. Of course there are all these exchanges going on and this and that and whales buying and selling and dumping and this and that. Forget about that. Look at it, really understand, comprehend it for the long term. For your own sake, for yourself, for your children, for your children's children, for your families, for your loved ones, for your future, for your existential, physical, materialistic, monetary, financial, economical, new ecosystem, existence and life, enjoyment, full of joy and pleasure. This is what it's all about. You want to change, you want to transform, start understanding, start comprehending the essence, the roots, the cause, the effects, the multiplications, the exponential by order of magnitude rise of Bitcoin in the next few months, years, and decades to come, because it's absolutely and totally limited and scarce. It's the hardest money you can ever have dreamt of. All right, my name is Keyvan Davani. Total Bitcoin, total blockchain, total crypto, and total freedom. If you want to, you know, be coached, be mentored by me, by Keyvan Davani, the Total Connector, call me up, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Messenger, Telegram, phone number, email address kd@keyvandavani.com, or just contact me, write me a message on YouTube, like my videos, share my videos, write your comments, your questions, and interact with me and with the total crypto community, with the total Bitcoin community, and with the total humanity eventually. Because this is what's gonna, totally shatter everything and bring us all together in a new, real space of freedom and it's just gonna be awesome. I know it, or I see it, but it's just what I'm trying to do, what I really intend and wish to do is to accelerate the rate of speed. All right, I want to really accelerate. I want you to be happy. I want you to give you a more and more value with my understanding, with my comprehension, with my information. All right, this is about it. And I'm not even going to start talking about, all the shit coins or whatever out there, or 99% of all ICOs, shit tokens, incompetent, fraudulent, criminal. There are 1 or 2% of projects really seriously committed and really awesome and really delivering numbers, data, functional products, new ecosystems, and you know them already. All right, I already mentioned them, some of them. Such as Spectre, the first criminal-free, the first broker-free, the first really decentralized, transparent system in trading, in gaming, in what have you. I mean, it's beautiful. This is what blockchain is about, So without even understanding, the technical algorithmic programming, cryptographic bullshit and everything behind it, because I'm not a technical guy, but I understand the principle. I understand the essence and the seed of the essence of Bitcoin, and the real true nature and qualities and future of the real blockchain technology. All right, this is it. My name is Keyvan Davani, and please like me, share me, write your comments and questions, and interact, and let's just get this thing rock and rolling. All right. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.